Welcome to the most electrifying WWE 2K23 universe, where legends are born, rivalries ignite, and championships are won. Step into the shoes of your favorite WWE Superstar and control their destiny. In this exhilarating series, you have the power to shape WWE. This is your WWE 2K23.
Welcome everybody to the never before seen WWE 2K23 live interactive draft episode. Today, you will lay witness to the most talked about WWE experience ever. Buckle up and enjoy yourselves and give us a if you're looking forward to this. There will be 12 live draft picks from Raw and from Smackdown, but not from NXT because there is no NXT in this series. Ensure you stay tuned in as you will not want to miss a thing in this episode. Watch and find out where your favorite superstars get drafted to, and make sure you comment below. Hall of Famers can wrestle on both brands, as well as cruiserweights being able to as well. There will be 2 steals given to Raw and Smackdown. They can steal superstars from the opposing brand, and mystery superstars will be drafted to the shows throughout this series. Make sure you engage with us down in the comments section, but if you want to engage even more, make sure you join our Discord server. Work your way up from tiny developmental talent to wrestling legend. We have so much going on. You can put your ideas for the videos down there. We have giveaways, we have competitions. We've got the locker room, which is where you have to go if you're a mid-card and no one else can get there. But let's get back to this episode. And as you can see, Raw has so many titles on offer, and there is certainly reason for our superstars to really push themselves, as glory is what they will be remembered for. Shortly, you will see our draft selections. And if you haven't worked out, Stephanie McMahon is the Raw General Manager and Paul Heyman is the Smackdown General Manager. There are also talent directors alongside them. They'll be unveiled later on in the episode. Here's Paul Heyman, and he says, SmackDown has as much gold as Raw does, and like Stephanie has said, we expect our stars to really apply themselves to reach their very best. With all these titles, expect success, but also expect failure to come as well. What's your favourite title? Which show did it go to? Let us know down below. But let's get to the drafts. And draft pick number 1 is going to Raw, and it is Seth freaking Rollins. Stephanie says, well, out first, our draft pick is one that I think is freaking awesome. I am so pleased to announce that Seth Rollins is our number 1 draft pick here on the red brand. As you can see, the screens that we have made here at WrestleMania look incredible. But Seth freaking Rollins, the number 1 draft pick in this episode. Let us know what you think of that. But here he is, looking as good as ever. Will he be in the title picture? Only time will tell, and you guys get to have your say in who gets involved in titles and the number 1 draft pick on SmackDown. I'll let Paul Heyman take it away. My tribal chief was always going to be our number 1 draft pick. All of WWE will acknowledge this draft, and the WWE Universe will stand up and applaud. SmackDown has its locker room leader. Now, I hope each and every single one of you stood up then and applauded, because Roman Reigns is SmackDown's number 1 draft pick. Will the rest of the bloodline be heading to SmackDown? Well, you are going to have to stay tuned, because you will find out. And you may be in for a little bit of a surprise, but that's just me tantalizing. Next draft pick. We do acknowledge your first draft pick, Paul, but we simply just don't care, as our number 2 draft pick is a man you know only all too well. Brock Lesnar will now be a Raw superstar moving forward. Here he is, the Beast. And the Beast incarnate is certainly going to make waves here on the red brand. Certainly a superstar I wouldn't want to meet in a dark alley, because he would send me to Suplex City. and he'd probably say, bitch, at the end. And I would run away. But what a draft pick for Raw. The Beast on the red brand. That's a hell of a draft pick. Number 2 for SmackDown. And Paul Heyman says Brock Lesnar is a man I left behind a long time ago due to his inability to evolve as a superstar. Now our number 2 draft is a man who really can evolve with the times. Welcome, Drew McIntyre. That's right, the Scottish sociopath is on the blue brand. He's their number 2 draft pick. That is how highly Paul Heyman rates Drew McIntyre. But the Scotsman surely going to be in with a chance of winning titles on SmackDown. It's a superstar that surely Raw is going to be jealous of SmackDown for acquiring. Draft pick number 3, and it is the man. It is Becky Lynch. Stephanie says, so our 3rd draft pick is the first female draft of this evening, and it is none other, ironically, than the man Becky Lynch, the face of the women's division, and what some say
that I could be the biggest star in this industry.
Now, Becky Lynch, I know we don't really like her with the face paint, and I haven't found a mod good enough to really look like her as she does in the pictures there. But Becky Lynch, the face of the women's division, is on Raw. Could you be any more ecstatic with that? But here she is, surely in with a chance of winning titles. The women's division. Is she though? Drop it number 3 for SmackDown. Blah, blah, blah. People have become bored of Becky Lynch because she is a one-trick pony. The future of WWE is with youth, and our number 3 draft pick is the up-and-coming Liv Morgan. Now, Liv might be a little bit of a surprise draft pick, being drafted in as SmackDown's number 1 woman. But why not? With youth on her side, with history of being a women's champion, Liv Morgan could prove to be the draft of the night. But here she is on the blue brand. What do you think of this one? Let us know down below. Do you believe? Leave? Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Draft pick number 4 for Raw, though. This one is going to get you up on your feet and applauding. And Stephanie says this draft pick will have the WWE Universe on their feet and erupting with joyous jubilation. We love the alliteration and the rhyme, apparently. Cody Rhodes is a Raw superstar who will send Raw to the very top of the WWE rankings war. Well, what more can I say? He is probably the most popular man within WWE at this moment. Surely it's inevitable he will dethrone Roman Reigns to become the next World Heavyweight Champion, the next WWE Champion. Only time will tell. What's he going to get up to in this series, though? Draft pick number 4. Wow. This is phenomenal. And Paul Heyman, take it away. The WWE Universe yearn for phenomenal. And that is just what SmackDown has in store for the fans. Please put your hands together for the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. A fine draft pick. Yes, it is. Because AJ Styles has become a little bit stagnant. Perhaps maybe being stuck in a little bit of a rut within WWE at this moment in time. But within this series, I assure you, he will be entertaining. Will he be drafted alongside the OC, the original club? Again, stay tuned. Let us know what you think of this draft. Draft pick number 5. No, it's not. We got something different going on. Jeff Hardy is here, who says, to say I have unfinished business within WWE is an understatement. I want titles. I want success. I know I can do it, and having seen Cody Rhodes come back to such aplomb, I know I can replicate his homecoming with my own. Whether it be Raw or SmackDown, I'll make it work for me. Guys, head to the community section now and make sure you vote for which brand Jeff Hardy joins. Does he go to Raw or does he go to SmackDown? His future, his fate is literally at your fingertips. Make sure you don't miss out on where Jeff Hardy goes, which brand he goes to. Whew, that's exciting, but carrying on with the show. And Triple H is out here. He is the Raw Talent Director. He says, the next pick is a man I know well. a man I trust can make Raw the most watchable WWE program out there. Randy Orton is our next acquisition. The Viper will surely cause chaos and havoc on Raw. And it seems to me that Hunter wants havoc and chaos on Raw because it makes it watchable. And with Randy Orton, he would betray his own gran to become a new World Heavyweight Champion, or the next World Heavyweight Champion. He is just despicable. Look at that evil looking face. Him and Riddle have a bit of a bosom buddy relationship at the moment, but we'll see how long that lasts. And back on Smackdown, here's Adam Pearce, who says Randy is a fine draft pick, but we still feel that the future of WWE lies with the younger talent that will carve out huge successful careers. That's why we have drafted in Austin Theory, who epitomizes our vision. Now, Austin Theory, you either like him, loathe him. He's a bit like Marmite, who takes horrible selfies, and that gimmick surely needs to be swept under the rug, never to see the light of day again. But Austin Theory is definitely a hungry superstar on the blue brand, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's in and around the title picture. But you guys, let us know what you think of Austin Theory. We do want to know how you feel about that young man. Oh, and now back to the red brand. It's the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey. And Stephanie says, we couldn't have a draft event and not include the baddest woman on the planet. Ronda Rousey is our next draft pick, and we know she will have a huge push within WWE and the women's division. We cannot wait. And I cannot wait to see Ronda Rousey ripping people's shoulders out of their sockets, watching her beat the absolute crap out of all of her opponents. But the next draft pick, wow, bow down, royalty has arrived. Heyman, take it away. Raw may have acquired what they believe is the baddest woman on the planet, but we have drafted the most successful female superstar WWE has ever seen. So please welcome Charlotte Flair. A wrestling dynasty lies before you people. The daughter of the legendary Ric Flair, but hoping to carve out her own legacy. I think she's already well on the way to doing that. What can Charlotte Flair do within this series? Again, it is you that helped her carve out the future. Where does it lie for Flair? Next draft pick. And it is the almighty Bobby Lashley. Stephanie says, Paul Heyman seems really interested what we are doing here on Raw. And it's a shame, really, because if he concentrated, he may be able to pull off such drafts as this one. It's Bobby Lashley. As you can see, he's back in his Hurt Business attire, which to me means that he might be getting the band back together. He might be making sweet music with his roster, with his stable. And when I say making sweet music, I mean beating the absolute turd out of everyone that lies before him. A humongous acquisition for Raw. And number 7 pick for SmackDown. No need to worry about our draft picks, Stephanie. We'll let you draft in the WWE has-beens and the old-time nostalgic relics. We're building an empire here. And to add to it, here's Kevin Owens. This is a masterstroke from Paul Heyman. Randy Orton causes havoc and chaos wherever he goes. But another man that does just that has just arrived on the blue brand. Has just arrived on SmackDown. It's Kevin Owens. The man that just keeps on fighting. The man that never gives up. Owens is a SmackDown superstar. You just cannot write this, can you? Sensational draft pick. And the 8th draft pick on Raw. And this one gives me the heebie-jeebies as like creepy crawlies climbing out my ears. Stephanie, take it away. Now here is neither a relic or a has-been. In fact, our next draft pick is one of the most mysterious WWE superstars of all time. And one of the most watchable. I know Bray will get people watching Raw. He certainly will, but he'll do it by manipulating, by twisting darkness, by changing other superstars. It's just all a bizarre. What is Bray going to get up to within this series? What would you like to see him get up to within this series? You know what to do. Let us know down in the comments section. In fact, let us know where all 3 of your favorite superstars have gone. Next up on Smackdown, it's the man that may well have just retired for the very last time. It is Edge. Heyman says, okay, even by my standards, you have made a great draft pick there. We, however, have gone for a superstar who bleeds blue, who lives for Smackdown, and that superstar is Edge. That will put the locker room on notice. Yes, it's going to put the Smackdown locker room on notice because Edge is just simply a superstar that can earn any opportunity, can take any opportunity, and certainly will deliver on any opportunity. Here he is, the future Hall of Famer. It is Edge. And we got another superstar backstage, and it's Sasha Banks. And she says, you know what these women need in WWE? A boss. Someone to show them how to carry a title, to hold it with esteemed pride. There is not a woman today within the business who has what it takes to beat me. Not Becky Lynch, not Charlotte Flair, no one. Wherever I'm drafted, I'll be a success. Wherever she's drafted, that's your job. You guys head to the community section. Where does Sasha Banks get drafted to? Raw or SmackDown? Let us know by heading to the community section. I cannot wait to see where she and Jeff Hardy end up. But carrying on with the show and the 9th draft pick, it's Bianca Belair. Heading back to the women of WWE now, and our next draft pick is the insatiable Bianca Belair. A woman who can and will certainly hold her own. We're excited to see just how her career pans out on Raw. She's going places, I'm telling you. She is one of the strongest, most powerful women within WWE, and she's ended up on the Raw roster. Again, surely going to be in with a shot of a championship at some point in the near future. But her career really does depend on you guys letting us know where and what she should get up to. What a pick. The next draft pick it's Alexa Bliss for SmackDown. Heyman says, you will need to watch out for this one, as we have drafted in the unpredictable Alexa Bliss. We know that she can return to her title-winning ways, and we're sure she is up for that challenge. But is this going to be the sick, twisted, demonic Bray Wyatt imbued Alexa Bliss? Or are we going to go back to an Alexa Bliss with a little bit of a spunk, with a little bit of fierceness, with a little bit of attitude? Because sure as hell, Alexa Bliss knows how to wow the WWE Universe. Alexa Bliss, ladies and gentlemen, what does she do within this series? The next draft pick, and what I must say is probably the biggest draft pick, it's Braun Strowman, the monster amongst monsters. And Stephanie says, Daddy always said WWE needs a powerhouse, and we may just have drafted the biggest one WWE has ever laid eyes on. Braun Strowman arrives on Raw with a point to prove. The world is his oyster here. And he certainly does have a point to prove, because he was released from the company. He was a historic heavyweight champion. And now he runs around with Ricochet, losing tag team matches. So what do you want from Braun Strowman? You know what to do. I can't wait to see these comment sections. They're going to go off the chain. Oh, and this is a super draft pick. WWE is a whole lot more than just monsters and big men. We know this, and that's why we have drafted in the technically gifted Bron Breakker. Wrestling is in his blood, and he will take SmackDown by storm. Another superstar that comes from a wrestling dynasty, the Steiner dynasty, Bron Breakker, who says he's got that dog in me, is a SmackDown superstar, and he's been drafted within the top 10. So Paul Heyman thinks massively highly of this young man. What a draft pick. Wow. Braun is on the blue brand. Next draft pick, and it's Finn Balor. It's the Irishman. And I'll never do an accent in this series again. And Stephanie says, Finn Balor, the nearly man of WWE, is our penultimate draft pick. We know that the leader of the Judgment Day has an axe to grind, and we can't wait to see just what it does here on the red brand. Finn Balor, yes, but is he going to be joined by the rest of the Judgment Day? You guys let us know. If you're still watching the video at the 20-minute marker, make sure you put in the comments section 20-minute magic. Hashtag 20-minute magic. And Finn Balor makes his way into that ring. The penultimate superstar drafted for Smackdown. And it doesn't make sense, really, does it? But let's let Paul Heyman explain it to us. It makes me sick, but business must always prevail over personal feelings. Sammy the Snake is a Smackdown star. The one whose life I will make hell here on Smackdown. Watch this space, people. It seems to me that Heyman's quite clever, wily and clever. He knows Sammy will put bums on seats. It will get people tuned in to Smackdown. But also, whilst it's good for business, he might as well make Sammy's life miserable whilst he's here on the blue brand. But Sami Zayn, a Smackdown superstar. What do you guys think of that one? Let us know down below. Next draft pick, and it's Rhea Ripley. And my voice went about 7 octaves higher. Stephanie, take over. Our last live draft pick of the night is the hugely talented Rhea Ripley. So many of you were asking us to draft Ripley that we just couldn't ignore you. Ripley is here to stay. She's the women's champion in real life. She's got a chip on her shoulder, as she always does. Delivers brutality in every match she is in. She's going to be up there alongside other superstars challenging for championships on the red brand. We'll welcome Rhea Ripley to Monday Night Raw. Make it your own. And the last draft pick of the night, and it's a big one. Paul Heyman says, well, that leaves us with the last draft of the night, and I know you will all be left with your jaws quite firmly on the floor as Asuka joins SmackDown. One of the best ever the company has seen is here. Look at her in all her glory. That meticulously drawn on face paint. This is the best Asuka model out there within the game, and she is an incredible superstar that I know each and every single one of you cannot wait to see in action within this series. Guys, let us know where your 3 favorite superstars ended up, Raw or SmackDown. Let us know which brand has the best championships as well. And Paige is backstage. This has and always will be my house. Even when I was injured and told to leave, I made sure I left the keys under the doormat to ensure that I could once again make myself at home within WWE. I know you all missed me, but it's you who choose where I return to, Raw or SmackDown. Guys, you get to choose where Jeff Hardy, where Sasha Banks, and now where Paige return to. Do they go to Raw? Do they go to SmackDown? Head to the community section to place your vote, and at the Royal Rumble, we will let you know just where they have gone. And the Royal Rumble is the next pay-per-view coming up as well. Whew, 3 returning megastars. But here is your Raw roster. We've got Roxanne Perez, Shinsuke Nakamura, Cora Jade, Mandy Rose, Gunther, Joe Gacy, and Tommaso Ciampa as highlights. But there are so many superstars. All championships are vacant, as was explained earlier. But what a roster that is on the red brand. Pick your favorite, let us know, tell us where they came, where they went. And the blue brand, equally as exciting. Austin Theory, we got Tiffany Stratton, Solo Sikoa, Ricochet, Nia Jax returns, Carmelo Hayes, and Bayley. The highlights on the blue brand. But again, so many more. Elias. We've also got Zelina Vega, Jinder Mahal, Rey Mysterio. The world is your oyster. Let us know what you want us to do with these superstars. What should they do? Which titles should they go for? And carrying on, here's Triple H. We have title opportunities in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and we've selected a handful of challengers we believe should be in these matches. These matches will take place at the Rumble and on the way towards the Royal Rumble. Guys, this is going to be so exciting, and make sure you stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, and of course make sure you do drop a massive thumbs up on today's video. The Royal Rumble, I will explain it to you now. Both men and women's 30 people person rumbles are going to have gold on the line. They're going to have the World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE Championship, and the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, and the Women's WWE Championship on the line. As you can see, we will also have many title opportunities here on Smackdown too, says Paul Heyman. Watch as we see new champions crowned and a new era unfold right in front of our eyes. Again, these matches will take place on the way to the Royal Rumble. Guys, let us know just exactly what you thought of today's episode. See you all soon. Bye for now.